Welcome. I'm Ashima. I'm so thankful you are here with me today. Today I want to talk about the one thing that's going to help you get more love. And this thing is interesting because it's something that we would already say that we're doing. There's probably not very many of us who would even admit that we're not doing this one thing. But surprisingly enough, it's easy for people to see. It shows up everywhere in our lives. Sometimes it's even if somebody tells us that this might be something that's going on or something that we're not doing, we probably wouldn't believe them. We'd brush it off. We'd call them a hater or tell them, keep it moving. Whatever slang you use. But this one thing shows itself all over the place. Now, how does it show itself? It shows itself in the way you carry yourself. It shows itself in your relationships. It shows itself in the food you eat. It shows itself if you are doing things that make you feel good and that will ultimately or are currently making you feel successful. It's something that shows itself in pretty much every part of your life, including the fact that you clicked on the button to watch this video because you're looking to find more love, right? Ultimately, aren't we all looking to get more love? That's actually a pretty tricky question. And I'll tell you why I say that. Because technically, there are two ways, in my opinion, to look for more love. One way is to actually want love, to thirst after it, to do anything for it, to put yourself out there for it. And another way is to actively give love, accept love. But when I say give love, more than anything, I mean give love to yourself. Then give love to all of those around you and allow that love to come back to you. Because then you'll actually be able to accept it and even honor it and appreciate. One more time, appreciate, not depreciate. Right? But how can we do that if we're not loving ourselves? How can we do that if none of the focus of the love that we want more of is coming from us? It's only us trying to give it away and kind of blackmailing somebody with it a little bit. So if I give you my love, then you must give me this. Now, of course, in a relationship, each partner is bringing something to that relationship. Each partner is gaining something from that relationship. But ultimately, before you can truly gain and appreciate, honor, and value your relationship to the highest of your ability, is for you to actually be happy and love you. And I know it sounds crazy because you're like, duh, I do that. But what do you do first thing in the morning when you wake up? What do you do the last thing before you go to bed? What do you watch on television? What are you reading? What are you feeding your mind? What are you feeding your body? How often do you eat fast food? What does your diet look like? How much dairy do you take in? How much starch? What is your health like? Because ultimately, that's your wealth. Most of us are chasing a lot of things. But one thing that we're not really putting the love and nourishment and honor into is ourselves. That is love, because that is what you want to give to someone else, and that is what you want them to give to you, right? Do you want them to abuse you? So why are you abusing yourself? Why are you talking so nasty to yourself? Why are you so negative? Why do you keep saying the things that you can't do? Did you try it? Or did somebody else say that you couldn't do that because of whatever reason? And trust me, I'm saying this because I've been there. I've done that. There's still times right now that I'm still doing it. Today it happened. I tried to talk myself in and out of certain things all the time, but I'm conscious of those thoughts. I try to find out when they do come, where are they coming from? What does that mean? Is that some fear? Is that some leftover residue? Something else that needs healing? Is that the inner child? Is that spirit? Because if it's spirit, then I know it's always good. I know it's always good. But it took a long time for me to feel more than I thought, because I was programmed to think all the time, continuously think until my brain turns off. And then I can, go back into robot mode. I'm not good at the robot, but I try. But seriously, are you loving yourself enough to have fun? I was not. I was a fun person, but fun took a back seat, to everything. And for most of us, that's the program that we're on. Fun? Fun for what? And it's fun so that your soul and your spirit can be nourished. So you can be happy, so you can be vibrant, so you can have great energy, so you can give out great energy just because you love yourself. And you know you deserve some fun. We feel like we have to make excuses for having fun. When you're a child, you're either trying to sneak and do it. Oh, I can't wait till I get till I'm an adult so I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And then you become an adult, and then the programming is different. And then you recognize all those things that you were actually learning when you were a child, and how that was going to keep you in a nice little mental prison when you became an adult. And you deserve more. As a limitless being, I had to learn that I deserved more too. So, for your question and my very long-winded answer, how do you get more love in your life? Well, for me, how that worked is I started to love me more. I started to meditate more. I started to do more self-hypnosis. I learned about hypnosis. I understood hypnosis. I used it for myself. I used it for other people too, but it definitely benefited me. I went away, a 10-day meditation retreat, more than once, and took that time for me. That most of the time we say, oh, I don't have 10 days to go and be quiet and meditate. One of the best experiences of my life. I waited 10 years, and then I finally went skydiving with my best friends. And it was an amazing time. Something that I waited so long for no reason, that I knew I wanted to do. I knew I would enjoy it. The best thing that I've ever done. Next to getting out of my own way and getting myself in front of this camera. Because that is something that I've held myself back from for a long time. Even wrote a book about it. Currently updating it. And soon I'll be sharing more of that updated version for you guys who don't have it. But I absolutely want you to at least learn from me that loving yourself, you're going to see it in so many different ways. You're going to see it in your face, in your skin, in your body, in your attitude, in your thoughts, in your mind. Because you're thinking about a million different things. And so, yeah, some negative thoughts are going to get through, but you're going to catch them, you're going to stop them, and get rid of them. And fill that space with what's supposed to be there. See, we're going to doubt ourselves. But do you know who you are? Because when you know who you are, the doubt starts to dwindle away. And especially when you step into your purpose and your passion and what feels right for you, besides what you're thinking, that's when you know you're loving yourself. You're giving yourself love. You're nourishing yourself. You're filling yourself. You're stepping into your divinity. You are becoming exactly who you were supposed to be. And I can tell you that because that is exactly what I am still currently doing. And the process can be easier and it can be even harder than it needs to be, depending on how you play it. But it's your journey. It's your life. It's your passion, your purpose. And if you want more love, then you need to find out what that is if you don't know. And that took me a long time to admit out loud. It's not that we don't know it. It's there. It's hidden. We feel it. There's something in us that's drawing us to it. We know what these things are. But we find ways to stop ourselves and block ourselves and keep ourselves back. Enough of that. Enough of that. I love you. And I hope that even if you loved yourself before this, that if you're seeing some things happening in your life that aren't making you happy, or some things that maybe you were putting the responsibility on somebody else for, that maybe you'll recognize that maybe, well, absolutely, that's you. What's happening in your life, what's around you, it is you. The inside is reflecting outside. The things that are in your mind are becoming your reality. So if you are finding that you want more love from outside in, my goddess, please start finding ways to start giving yourself love. And then you can fully, richly, and deeply give that from the inside. And trust and believe the difference in the energy is felt. For now, I truly love you. I'm thankful for you listening. I hope this can help you in some way, someone, somewhere. I don't know. But it was on my heart to say to you. So I thank you for being here. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. If you like more, subscribe, because I will be giving you more from my heart. Thank you guys. From Ashima. Stay limitless. Bye, loves.